All right, so it's 6:05 or 6:10 in the morning, and this is Sabino Canyon. There's already a ton of people here, so good to see people getting out. So this is eventually goes to Bear Canyon, or maybe this is the Bear Canyon trailhead. I thought that was over there, but you can see Cathedral, I believe, up there, and I think Kimball, and then somewhere up where whatever ridge we're going, which I think is this ridge right here, Blackett's Ridge. So that's what we're doing, Blackett's Ridge. All right, so you have like basically like a quarter, third of a mile, little warm up, and we're crossing this dry drainage here, which clearly has a lot of water in it sometimes based on all the flood debris here. We're gonna cross a paved road up here, and then we're gonna join up with sort of the main trail, which I think just goes straight up this ridge that you see in front of you, but I could be wrong. Yes, there's a road right above me right here. Yeah, so you can park over at Bear Canyon and come this way, which is what I did before. Like 5 years ago, I did Seven Falls, and then I did this Blackett's Ridge on the same morning or whatever, the same day. So now I'm coming back to get a video on Blackett's Ridge. So like I said, 2,000 feet up, give or take. Let's just make sure we look at the signs here and not go the wrong way. Yeah, so right, and then we'll be on this for, I don't know, 0.4 miles maybe, and then we'll cut right and start going up, I believe, right there. So here we go. All right, so a third of a mile or so later, we're gonna hit the junction, what I think is probably called Blackett's Ridge. It's warm, it's sticky, by the way. The humidity, yeah, Blackett's Ridge Trail. 1.7 miles apparently to the end of the trail, so. All right, so we're officially in the sun. A lot of steep switchbacks coming up, and it will continue. But we've kind of hit kind of a little flatter shoulder, and then we'll continue there and there, and much higher, I think. But we did just go up probably 500 feet fairly steeply, so it's a lot of big rocky type steps. Great views though. So that's Micah and Rincon you're seeing, and that's Mount Wrightson, and way out there the pointy one is Baba Kavari. Probably hard for you to see. So, getting a little wind, but yeah, it's warm. All right, so luckily we've been out of the sun now. There's again your view of Cathedral and some of the higher Catalinas, but still not. I don't know if you're seeing Lemon. No, you're seeing Thimble over there. We'll see it up here. All right, so here's your view. We're kind of on the ridge now, and we got to go past that bump, I think. Maybe, I don't think, maybe all the way to that one, but that's Thimble right there. So I have a video on that. That's got a class 5 section at the top. You could maybe, in theory, this is the same ridge as Thimble, so I don't know if you can just continue on the ridge all the way to Thimble. You probably could. I don't think there's like major cliffs or anything, but that's definitely an off-trail adventure, which I do not have time for this morning. There's someone else right in front of me I'm about to catch. So if this is it, I do not have the top to myself. Let's find out. I'm not sure if it keeps going. There's more humps or not. Yeah, this is the end. Hey. Yep, this is gonna mark the end of the Blackett's Ridge Trail right here. So like I said, if you were to continue on the ridge, you have to drop quite a bit, it looks like. Somehow skirt around that plateau, and then it looks cliffy in front of Thimble, so maybe you cannot get to Thimble from the ridge. So this is Sabino Canyon. There's a road that goes up quite a ways and finally stops somewhere up there. Then you can see switchback. So I've gone all the way to the top of Mount Lemon, somewhere up by those towers. From way down there, it's like 17 miles and like 72 or 7,300 feet of vert, I think. And this canyon is Bear Canyon. So the Catalinas are just a series of canyons. Sabino, Ventana is the next one, then Finger Rock, then Pima, you know, whatever the one is paralleling the Mount Lemon Road. So it's just a bunch of canyons roughly running north-south, and the mountains run east-west. So got a nice little breeze downtown Tucson, and that was a good time. It's like 7 o'clock, so I can hustle down and be down by probably 7:35, 7:40, then back and shower by 8 o'clock. Probably not quite halfway down, but it's gonna start to get steep and switchbacky, so you can't move too quickly. Plus there's some dirt on some of it. I actually slipped one time. Luckily did not get hurt. But there's several people besides the woman that was on the summit. I had passed 2 on the way up, and there were another 2 guys that were just coming up, and I'm assuming I'll see more. So this is a pretty popular trail. Anything from Sabino Canyon is just so accessible. I mean, anything in the Catalinas is very accessible. Just hammering down these switchbacks down to that parking lot out that you see out there. It looks far away. I guess it is kind of far away. It's probably 2 miles away, 1.5 miles away. But we'll be there before you know it in 20 minutes or something. So we're just continuing to head down sort of the steeper switchbacks. I think we're almost down to the junction. Maybe another 100 or 200 feet to the junction, and then we'll drop 300 or 400 to the road, and then it'll be relatively flat. I don't know, fairly, maybe like half a mile back then once we finally get down to the road. But by the way, the floodgates have opened. There were just like 10 people, different parties of 1 and 2 going up that I just passed. So, all right, 1.7 miles down apparently, according to the sign. As before, back to the junction, bang a left on the Phoneline Trail here. Like I said, we're gonna drop 300 or 400 feet down to the road, and then we're gonna have some amount, half mile, 3/4 of a mile, back to the parking lot. So we should be back at this point in 10 minutes, I would say, maybe 12. So we're making good time. This will be, you know, I think under 90 minutes all in. All right, and we're back. And I came out, popped out a different trail. So that was probably like 90 exactly all in. But perfect timing. Be back at the hotel by 8, shower, be down at breakfast by 8:15, right before it starts to get hot. So that was Blackett's Ridge from Sabino Canyon in the Santa Catalina Mountains in Tucson, Arizona.